What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. It's NBA Talk with Jay Money, the tip-off show. We got our guy Shark in Sports with us, the Shark, and we got our guy Josh, aka Punt School, with us. Punt say, I'm just gonna chill during the intro, man. I'll let y'all get that, man. I'm cool, calm, and collected. What's up with you, Shark? Everything cool with you, my brother?
Absolutely taking a breath. We'll let Josh chill at 7 a.m. local time. When Jay and I start recording at 6 a.m. Eastern and Central, we'll see how our energy is. But the energy is ripe and ready. Winning Wednesday Happy Hour Hoops live at 5 Eastern, May 18, 2022. Game one of the Western Conference Finals. Josh, what is going on, brother?
What's happening, guys? Good to be back again. Like you said, it's a little early, but it's never too early to talk some basketball. So let's get to it. Big game at the Western Conference Finals. I think this is probably the more balanced of the two conference finals, if you will, where I think fair arguments can be made both ways. So let's take a look at game one specifically, yeah?
My guy Josh over there, man. He's still in the robe over there. Oh, nah, that's a hoodie, man. I'm gonna get that cup of coffee over there, man. But it's all business here, guys. It's one game up. You see what I'm saying? And we're trying to cash, my guys. All we're trying to do, trying to help people cash, giving out free NBA picks every single day on YouTube, guys. Twitter as well, man. If you can, hit the like button, subscribe, and we appreciate y'all for the support as well. Western Finals, as my guy Shark said, game one. We got the Mavs here getting 5.5 versus the Warriors here. 9 o'clock Eastern tip, man. 214.5, 215. We're coming down to 214 on the total here, Shark. You got the Warriors hat on, my brother. What you liking in this game?
I do, and we are back on a suddenly not so casual Winning Wednesday, May 18, 2022. My hat is engaged in the center of the screen, not to the right, I don't think, but a lot to discuss here. And this is a box checker, like I used to say in the regular season. When we go 2 units, it hits all the numbers and all the narratives. Start with the numbers. Go back to the regular season. Dallas was 3-1 straight up and ATS against Golden State. Go further back. Dallas uncannily has won 9 out of the last 11 against Golden State. And of course, Golden State, since the Renaissance years of Kevin Durant, have gone through ups and downs. They're coming up now within this matchup, and the number is suggesting it. Go back 2 matchups ago in Golden State. Golden State had hammered them prior 130-92 at home in a complete, utter obliteration. They came back, and they were up significantly going into the fourth quarter, and they completely melted off the game. Spencer Dinwiddie, recently acquired at that point in time, went off in the fourth. Dallas 33-13 win. Then it came back a strong Dallas -2 the very next game. Dallas got them again. Dallas is 2-0 ATS at home this year against the Warriors. So you get the number you want. You get a 7 gap. You get the -5 spot for Golden State. It's precisely the 7 gap we had last night coming home from Miami. And you get what Golden State did in round 1 against Denver. Denver team that had also won 3 of 4 in the regular season against them. They love to come out game 1 and game 2. Home game 1, which was game 3 in the second round against Memphis. Also their best ATS performance there, a blowout. I see this by double digits tonight. Another round coming as we're going to be here for 10, 15 minutes. Josh, alignment, I believe.
Yeah, most definitely. This game 1 scenario for Golden State, I think, speaks volumes. It's really difficult when you're coming off a game 7 in general, but you're talking about a road game 7 into a road game 1 in the playoffs is arguably the most difficult dynamic for a team to have to deal with. Now, I'm not going to say that I think that the Warriors this series are the right side. I think, we can save that debate for another time. But in this particular spot, in this environment, I really like what we're going to get from Golden State. And I think the adjustment period, the same way that Boston has to adjust to Miami's defense, I think Dallas is going to have to adjust to Golden State's offense. It's a lot more frenetic. It's a lot more up-tempo. It is a lot of off-ball movement versus what they've had to deal with so far. And I'm not sure that they're necessarily going to be able to just come into the building and get the job done with their defense the way that they normally can. I think it's going to take a game, maybe even 2 games for them to really figure things out a little bit there. And when you're trying to figure out how to stop Golden State's offense, it makes life really difficult and you're going to have to be playing from behind. The flip side, I do think that the Mavs offense also going to have to try and figure things out just because Golden State aren't going to give them the free looks on the perimeter that Phoenix did. Phoenix didn't want to adjust for whatever reason on the perimeter. They paid the heavy price for it. I think the Warriors will be very aggressive in shutting down the space on the perimeter. And Luka obviously is surgical, and he'll figure it out at some point. But like I said, it's that transition into trying to work your way into a new series, and to do so in short turnaround, when the other team's playing with the rest advantage, when the other team gets to play in front of a home fans and, essentially set the tempo as a result. For me, it's a really strong angle here and a strong point for Golden State. So I'm laying the points as well with the Warriors here. But much like that Boston game, after game one, I think we relook at the series and see where the value is after that.
Yeah, I'm with you. My guy, Faisal, I hope I said that right over there from London, man. I appreciate you in the chat. Yeah, that was nice when we had yesterday. Shark didn't really like the play. He was low-key rooting for the Celtics, man, but it's all cool. We cashed it. He played. Wasn't looking good at first, man, but this game, it's a tough one tonight. It's not necessarily the same situation because the Mavs did have 2 games off, but you're right, Josh. They did have to win 2 game sevens, the same thing, game 6 and game 7, and then now you're on the road again here, so that's probably why they gave them the extra day as well, because they, at least the Celtics, had their game 7 at the house. But this game is stay off and watch for me. I don't force a play on every single game. I don't necessarily think, if you want to look towards the regular season, the Mavs have kind of owned them, but obviously those are different Warriors team. But only thing I don't agree with is that the Suns had the better perimeter defenders. That's the thing. So the Mavs will have to adjust to the Warriors offense, but I do think that their defense is a tad worse than the Suns, as far, especially the perimeter defenders as well. They really only have one guy that they can throw at Luka, maybe Kuminga, but he's still not really that developed of a player that they can throw him out there as well. So be interested to see what happens in this one. I know Wiggins will try to be on him. Anybody else? Curry. Wait to see how Curry's going to defend here. Guys like Klay Thompson as well, because they're just not the same. Well, Curry's never really been a great defender, but Thompson is a shell of himself defensively as what he used to be. Draymond still helps the team talking wise, but he's also lost a step as well. And these guys are a lot older. I know a lot of people see the Warriors and they think of Curry and Green and Klay Thompson 2015 team. This is 22. You see what I'm saying? Damn near 2023. These guys are older now, and I know that they have the veteran experience, but now it's time for the young guys to come through. Everyone's talking about Luka. No one's mentioned Brent. I'm just talking about ESPN wise. No one's mentioning Brunson, Dinwiddie, Finney-Smith, which Draymond, even on his own podcast, gave flowers to Finney-Smith, saying how he started from the bottom. Guys like Maxi Kleber as well, even Frank Ntilikina off the bench, all defense guy. I can't wait to see this series play out. But for game 1, I'll be honest with you, a filling out process, I'll be honest, this is not a good spot for the Mavs. I don't bet with my heart. I'm not taking them every single game, but I will tell you this, there won't be many games in this series, and I'm taking the Warriors, Shark. Any other looks in this one? And we got a total of 214.5. How do you think this will go? Will they keep the Mavs? It's obviously it's all about who hits 3-pointers, right? But what do you think? I feel like if the Warriors go off here offensively, this game should go over. What you think about the total here, Shark?
Yeah, it's an underline. If you look back, obviously 122, 113 in the last matchup. I don't know if that necessarily applies. If you go back to the Phoenix series, the totals were all over the grid. There were some really low lines that just absolutely skyrocketed, particularly game 1. I believe that was 121, 114, just no defense whatsoever. And that's actually where I want to center on the next comment. Dallas is 0-2 in the playoffs in game 1. It was a game 1 at home without Luka Doncic, where the Utah Jazz did cover a -5.5 for us on a matinee going back about a month. And then, of course, it was a road game 1 at Phoenix where they came out and got hammered right off the bat. They did make a push late, but still did not cover. In terms of the first quarter, first half, I don't really have a great read on how Golden State's going to come out here at home. Of course, that game against Memphis, we crossed this with game 3, which was home game 1 in that series, did come more so in the second half. But final point on this, I do look back at the Phoenix series. The home team was 6-0 ATS in that series before game 7. It's very sustainable stuff. You guys saw how great Dallas played in Dallas. Complete lockdown defense and incredibly effective perimeter shooting. I think this reverts back to what was the first 6 games against Phoenix. Game 7 was an insane outlier. I went live on Twitter. I was not ready to do it, totally impromptu, because I was so shocked by that outcome. I was so unbelievably surprised at how poor Phoenix played. But that is the key point. When Dallas comes off that big of a high, how much can you really expect them to turn up big here in game 1, especially knowing how well they play at home and how well they play later in the series? Golden State really checks every single box for me here. I'm at -5 with Wyatt to 2 unit. 5.5, I would not talk you off at all. Josh, further comment.
Yeah, I think the one thing, if you like Dallas similar to if you liked Boston, you probably want to take them early in a first quarter, probably first half more likely, where they can carry some of that momentum in, they can carry some of that hot shooting in. I think it's the second half where things get a little bit difficult for them. We know how good the Warriors are in those third quarters. Their halftime adjustments are basically unrivaled. It's ridiculous how sustainable that is for them. Seemingly every postseason under Steve Kerr. So that would be the way I look at it there. The total coming down does make some sense to me. Like I said, you're looking at two teams as well who are very perimeter heavy in terms of their offense, and it can simply come down to which team finds rhythm from deep first, and that is ultimately going to decide not just the line but the series itself. And that's kind of how the playoffs have been. If you go through and look at basically every single series so far, it's the team that has shot closer to 38-40% from deep that wins and covers the games. And unfortunately, the modern NBA can be that simple. So if you can work out which of the two teams it's going to be, then you're going to make yourself money this series and the next.
Yeah, that's a good point. When in the games in Phoenix where the Mavs weren't hitting their threes, they got smacked by 30. The games where they were hitting them, they were right in the game. The only thing that I don't necessarily like, I won't have much else on this game, the fact that no one's giving Mavs even a tiny bit of credit for smacking up the Suns in this series just kind of doesn't sit right with me. No matter what team it is, you always have to give the winning team the credit, not just look. And that's what everybody is on ESPN's doing. Yeah. And it's kind of the reason why everybody thinks that the Warriors winning this series is going to be so easy. They kind of looking at the Suns and what they did wrong, not necessarily what the Mavs did right. And it was really, they just came out there more locked in. If you were watching the game, you can live bet, you can tell in the first quarter the Mavs were just way more locked in. They're playing really good collectively basketball, and I probably won't be betting against them, not one on the side. They could literally be down 3-0, and I'll still be here wearing the jacket, wearing the hat, and still saying that they're being disrespected. So if the Warriors win this series, I'll give them all the credit, but I do think that the Mavs continue to be disrespected here, my guys. No one's giving them credit. They're only talking about one player when this is team basketball, my guys. Let's talk about some shirts here, man. We got plenty of Jay and Shark shirts, $10 off, and they come with a free pair of J Money approved glasses, man. I know people that ain't got them glasses wearing the shit out of them, but Smack City shirts, us against the bookies. Let's get some cash, guys. When I really say it's us against the books, I mean it. If I don't have a bet on something, I hope you smack them up, man. Like literally. Break them boys, man, till they ban you guys. But let's get to some free picks as always, Josh. Let them know what you're liking today on today's card and where they can find you at, my brother. And then kick it over to Shark.
Yeah, I'm riding with the Warriors game one here, so I'll lay the points, lay the 5. I don't mind laying the 5.5. That would be the cutoff point. I don't think it's going to get any higher than that anyway, so that's a decent market entry point for me. Like I said, this is a game one that sort of fits perfectly for them, both from a stylistic matchup and from an environmental matchup. So laying with Golden State here, Shark, I believe, completely aligned on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. And making the comment, I was watching ESPN 2 days ago as well, joking about the minus 250 series price. However, we're not joking about the Golden State Warriors minus 5 here on a winning Wednesday. Top play of the day, minus 5, 2 units, an opportunity to dominate. Josh, incredible stuff as always. J Money, the man, the legend himself. Close them out. Have a great night, everybody. It's a beautiful night to enjoy, and let's dominate.
Yes, sir, man. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe. Go follow my guy Josh on Twitter at @punt_school. You can follow Shark as well at Sharks and Sports. You can follow me as well. J Money is money, man. We love to do it for you guys. Free picks every single day. I hope you guys smack the books up. We will win, my guys. Let's get some cash. We back tomorrow. It's us against the books.